Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for April 9th of 2025 is titled HH-49 Interstellar Jet from Webb. So what do we see here? Well, let's go ahead and turn this image sideways just to give us a little bit better view. And we see here what is known as a jet, or a part of a Herbig-Haro object. Now this is jets of material expelled from a young star. And that's what we're seeing here is the jet heading out toward the peak there. And the jet of material is as a solar system is forming around the star. So the star collapses down and it forms at the center, and around it a disk of material will form, and often that will form new stars. Now this is all off our screen. We can't see this at all. But as it does, jets of material are often expelled perpendicular to that disk, and material can be expelled out at very high speeds. And as it strikes the interstellar medium, it can cause it to glow. So that's what we're seeing here is the glowing gases from that jet as it moves out into space. And one of the interesting things that was wondered about for astronomers for a long time was what that object was at the peak. So as you're looking at this to the far left, what is that object right at the edge of this Herbig-Haro object? Was it a star? And it turns out that James Webb was also able to get a more detailed image and find out that it isn't a star. It's actually a spiral galaxy. And it is not associated in the slightest with HH-49. It just happens to be located at that position in space, way off in the distance, much farther beyond. So we see the bright point there, which might look like a star, is actually the central region of the galaxy. And it actually differentiates from a star in this image because brighter objects like that, the brighter stars, and you can look at them in this image, you'll see that they all get that distinctive diffraction pattern going through them. And any object that is a point source of light, like a star, will do that. So you can see the brighter stars here that show that pattern. And if you look closely, even the fainter stars tend to show that pattern. So when you see something that's there that does not have that diffraction pattern going through it, it tells you that it is indeed something extended and likely another galaxy. So not only do we have a galaxy that we now know of at the very tip of this, again, completely unassociated, just by coincidence, happens to be located right at the end of this jet of material. But we can also then see many other galaxies scattered around this image, also off in the distance, that are in the same general direction. Some of them within the nebula itself. So within this jet, you can see several galaxies and stars that just happen to be positioned. And you have to remember that when we look at things in astronomy, you don't always see that third dimension, the distance dimension, because everything looks like it's just on this great big celestial sphere out in space. And it's not necessarily easy to tell just by looking, unless you have specific knowledge of the types of objects, what is in front and what is behind. So that was our picture of the day for April 9th of 2025. It was titled HH-49 Interstellar Jet from Webb. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.